And it's your girl TK. How y'all doing?
We're on episode number 59.
Ooh,
And I
ooh, 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 ooh.
I forgot to say this, but it's also Asian Island Pacific month. Let me get this right. I forgot to say it at the beginning of this year. I mean at this month. So let me just go ahead and shout them out because I didn't originally, and I want to make sure that maybe it's Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month because that's what it is. Yeah, yeah. Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and I want to shout
All
out
right.
all the people that have that lineage. Um,
Congratulations, Asian American specifics.
and Pacific, I said Pacific Islanders. So I
Right.
just want to say that, and also shout out to all the mothers. Yesterday was Mother's Day,
All the mothers. Yep.
so just want to give a shout out to them. So for episode 59, who are you telling on TK?
Man, I'm telling all the people that don't like this person at my job, and I do. Simply because I don't know what felt this lady yesterday felt compelled to tell me how much she doesn't like this person that I really enjoy as working with as a coworker. I had no idea about these things though, you know what I mean? Because I'm still fairly new to these people, you know. But why would you do that? Why would you come to someone that you don't know whether they communicate or not? And even when you said why you don't like her, even when you say something like that, you still proceed to tell me things, like I'm not finna go back and tell old girl what they said, but I'm not finna not like her either. You know how people do. And
Yeah.
I think that's kind of weird how people do that at a job. But this one, the person that in particular that I mentioned, and she's like the bully of the crew. Uh, but she got transferred over to the other side, like pretty much the day after I started. But yeah, she's got enemies as well. So I mean, she got people shooting shots at her, and I think it's hilarious. And I'm just in the middle of it, like, okay. She told me to low down on everybody the day I got there, so I had the heads up on everything. But shout out to people at work that think they can just bully new people and think that they can just make them like who they want to like. And I just think that this particular person, I mean, she cool with me, but now that I know she don't like my homegirl, I don't know how to act. But then I need to also watch my homegirl based on what she told me. So I'm over here like, I don't know. She been out for a little while because her mom been sick. But and that's another thing. You talking about this chick and you know her mom. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just yeah. I know who to watch out for in my job, and I love it. I think it's funny. I let them all play themselves, and then one is man has been there for a long time, about to get fired because he doing his new employee wrong, and this is my birthday twin, and my birthday twin said I ain't having this shit because we don't play that. We don't fuck around. We don't play that. He's very much my junior, but we definitely have the same birthday and we got the same mentality. But yeah, so I'm telling on all the snitches of the world at people's jobs. Mind your business. Mind your motherfucking business.
Okay, wonderful. So, for me, I am going to tell on all the people. I don't remember what day it was.
That don't have no names.
Well, it was several
Mm-hmm.
people. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that knew about the Northern Lights and didn't tell me. Like I could have
Oh.
stayed up and looked at it. I don't even know what time it happened. I just saw that everybody was posting purple pictures of the
Mm-hmm.
sky. And I wanted to see purple pictures of the sky too.
Well,
So
everybody knew about it, but they
yeah,
didn't know we
I
were gonna
didn't
be
know
able to
that
see
they
it from this area. No, I mean, well, pretty much normal people know about the Northern Lights each year, and then it's just not something that we're supposed to be able to see where we are. That's why nobody probably told you because they didn't know they was going to be able to see it until they were able to see
but
it and they
clearly
saw
people
it.
were outside looking at it. So those are the
Yeah,
people.
but
Those
you're
are the
not
people
supposed to.
I
Have
want to
you ever
know.
heard of anybody? Have you ever heard of that happening before? It happens every year. Have
No,
you ever heard of
I didn't know about
anybody?
it this year until I saw the purple.
Right. It happens every year. Like it's a big thing. You're not supposed to be able to see it from where we are in the United States. So it was weird that it was visible, is what I'm saying. So probably nobody knew to forewarn you or let you know that it was happening because they weren't where they would be able to see it themselves.
Because my neighborhood Facebook page, people had their pictures, and I was scrolling on Facebook, and I saw all these pretty purple pictures, and then there was people I believe that were in Montgomery, Alabama. Obviously, please
Here too.
confirm that. Um, yeah, when I say Alabama, it's mean like North Alabama. And they all saw the Northern Lights, and they all had a picture of it. And I feel like nobody didn't tell me. Like when they had the solar eclipse, everybody was talking about the solar eclipse. Like even people were talking about the cicadas, but nobody chose to tell me about the Northern Lights, and I don't think that's appropriate.
But I'm
But
trying
I'm
to
gonna
tell
keep
you
going.
why.
I don't care if
Yeah,
it
I didn't
happens
think you
every year.
cared
I no,
because it's
I
like
don't. I don't
everybody
care about it.
slighted you regardless of what actually happened in
Exactly.
the world. I get
Exactly.
it.
As long as you understand. As long as you understand.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, for this week, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it. We are talking about none other than. Let me pull it back up because I pulled up the other thing that
Going
was
back to segregation.
so. Dang,
I'm
let
for
me
it.
move
I'm
it.
all for it.
So
Let's go.
basically, what happened is that there is going to be a new town called St. George. Apparently, they've been fighting for about 15 years to separate from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I just wanted to say it
Capital
like
city
that.
now, Louisiana,
I just wanted to say it like that, Baton Rouge.
Baton
Um,
Rouge.
and they, like I said, they have been fighting for about 15 years. They originally wanted to separate out for the school, but then they decided they wanted to completely separate out for the town as well. So they wouldn't be able to create their own school, own town, and they just won the court battle. And they will get to have
And when you say
completely
they,
say
who are
St.
they?
George. Apparently, it's about 86,000 residents. They are considered the wealthy white Louisiana
Okay, all
residents.
right.
So yeah. So how do you feel about the story?
I couldn't give a. We'll just say an F. Okay, these people are the black people and the people that are non-racist whites were saying that it's gonna be bad for this, bad for that. Well, it actually isn't. I applaud them for doing this because now it makes way for people of color to do similar things, because now you can't say it's never been done. So Malcolm X, may he rest in peace, wanted the United States government to give black people the basically the South. We want the South, and y'all can stay y'all selves up north, and we can make this happen. They wouldn't make it happen because they where the most profit in the nation comes from and always has, right? Yeah. So the land wasn't going to happen. So now that these people, white people, have separated, they had to establish. See, this is what we couldn't do, and why we couldn't do it back in the day. You have to establish a government. You have to establish a school system. You have to establish a system to uh, keep the nation, the city making money. You know what I'm saying? You gotta establish commerce. You gotta establish all of that to be a city. And now there's precedent. You know what I mean? That can happen. So I'm very excited. We have our own. I think it's a trailer park or RV community down in Georgia somewhere. That's all us. That's been incorporated. That can't get incorporated into a city. They just have the area where they at. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to these folks in St. George. Bring back segregation. If we never had it integrated with these
Oh
folks,
my.
in the first place, we probably wouldn't be in the position that still in the position that we are, because we were thriving as a people. We were closer as a people. But when we started wanting the okay of the other folks, is when things started getting bad for us, worse for us, in my opinion. But it was disguised as being better. So shout out to St. George. Hopefully, my people will follow, and we will establish our own cities, even nation. You feel me? But the hardest thing about that is going to be, and I will say, the government, because we already know how we govern the church. You feel me? So let's not get too excited, but I really am excited that this has happened. Since they want to separate, let them separate. They say that all the money is, they were so mad about paying taxes going into to schools that weren't developing. But you know what they're saying? They're tired of paying for black children to learn the same, just as good as their children. So now they're going to separate. We're going to see who thrives, because as we know, one demographic is slowly becoming the one that is responsible for most of the crime. So let's keep an eye on that, okay? Because that's what they say. They want to get away from the crime and the bad schools, and that's who they associate. That's what they associate with us. So good riddance. Have fun. Keep your little nasty folks out of the other side of town too, because you don't want
I don't
nobody.
think that's how that works. I don't think that's
They
how that
they
works.
no, no, they express that they have they're separating. They want to separate everything.
But they
Police
want to
department.
separate. They want to separate into a
Hmm.
different town. And don't get me wrong, 86,000 people. That's a lot. Like
That's a
that's
lot
a
of
lot of
people.
people. Um,
Good riddance.
and it looks like they're going to be using about 40. I mean, their part represented about $48 million in annual tax revenue for the city slash Paris.
Mm.
So that's definitely going to be detrimental to the rest of Baton Rouge. Um,
Yeah, but also they don't get nothing from Baton Rouge either. So you know what I'm saying, they're going to be totally self sufficient as far as maintaining like stuff like utilities and stuff like that. All of that, they're going to have to be self sufficient. So Baton Rouge, like, go on out there, see how it is, see how you like it, see what you're gonna do. I'm the same way. Good riddance. Holla. Peace.
so you so even though they had to do this court battle for more than 10 years, because like I said, they've been
They take it to the
for 15
Supreme
years they've
Court.
been, yeah, the Supreme Court of Louisiana, yes, the state
But I
Supreme
mean,
Court
yeah,
of
state either way.
Louisiana.
It's the highest level that you can go in the state. So they were
Yep.
serious about this shit.
And like
So
I said, the initial was for school purposes. That's why they initially wanted to
yeah.
do it. And of course there are several people that are upset about, um and apparently they had an anti St. George, um like group base or something like that, because they
Yikes.
wanted to stop that because of, I think, the pretty much all the money, the amount of money that's going to be leaving the city, and also they feel like this it was racist, basically,
I mean,
to be able
of
to do
course,
that.
they don't want their children to go to school with us. They didn't in the first place. But the powers that be felt like it was a good idea for us to be in school with them. So then that's what started the whole chain reaction.
But this is what I'm just thinking. So if everybody is in this little wealthy area, then, and that's 86,000 residents, that's a lot. So I'm
Hmm.
thinking that there would and should have been a school somewhere near this area already that they could have funneled their kids into. So apparently they also want to break ties with not only Baton Rouge, like government in as well, not
Hmm.
just the schools and stuff like that. So I just
So
find this
let them go. Let them be over there out there on their own. Don't reach out for help, advice, money, nothing. Don't reach out for nothing. You're
I
gonna be
don't think they'll
completely
be
separate.
reaching out for money because that's a lot of money in annual revenue that they're bringing in just
Then let
out of
them
the
do
tax.
it. Let them do it. That's what I say. Let them be self sufficient. Keep your folks off my side, and I'll
I don't
keep
think
my
that's
folks off your
possible
side.
because people still intermingle.
No,
People
but
like
they shouldn't.
people still go to different
It
areas,
should
so
be disallowed.
I don't. That's not how any of this works. Just because you live in one
If
town
it's
doesn't mean
separate,
that's just like you saying, okay, you live in Huntsville, so you're not allowed to go to Madison. Come on now.
that's fine. If they separate from whatever, I don't have to fucking go to that. No way. Y'all want to separate? Be all the way separate. That's what I say. Segregate. Let's go. Let's do it.
Oh my.
I wouldn't care. You would. I wouldn't. I
I
wouldn't
just
give
like
a
to
motherfucker. Huh?
I just like to go places.
I mean, there's a whole fucking state around St. George. Like, what the? Nah, come on now. You would just want to go because you can't go, or they don't want you. You would want to go. I wouldn't want to be where I don't want, ain't want it. Fuck them. And you ain't gonna come back over here. It's gonna be a whole lot of fight. Watch it be a whole lot of fights.
No, what I'm saying is that like why is like you keep saying that you don't think they should be able to go to Baton Rouge and do anything with Baton Rouge, but that's what I'm saying. Like that makes no sense to me
That's a separate.
because
They want to separate. Be separate. Stay away. What happens when you separate from someone? Are you around them? Do you go visit them? Do y'all hang out? No.
I'm trying to make sure my 1 second. Go
You have to make
continue to
sure.
talk.
You have to make
Continue to
sure
talk.
one
I need
second.
to yeah,
But
continue to talk.
anyway, I mean, I just ain't got nothing to say because this I'm pretty much where I'm at with that. If y'all want to leave, leave.
So why do you think like so Baton Rouge is still obviously like you said it's the capital. So
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying. Like there's no reason for them to not then go to Baton Rouge like for anything. Like it's not like they
Keep
want to
your
be
ass
completely.
out.
It's not like
Keep
they
your
want to be
ass out.
completely
That's what
like
I would say
isolated.
if I was a resident. I'm not a resident, so it don't matter.
But it's not like they want to be completely isolated. They just want to have their own setup.
They want their own
Have
set.
their
Now,
own
come on
police,
now.
their
Now
own
that
government.
anyway, I've said all I had to say on that, so you can continue to talk on it if you like.
No, I just wanted to figure out why you think they shouldn't be able to be allowed to go back into
Because
the
I
city
just told you 800 times. Shit, I'm done. If you don't get it by now, you ain't gonna get it. Let's go.
because they separated.
Goodbye. Leave. Go away. That's the same thing that happened here in Huntsville. It was two neighborhoods, normal and fucking 5 points. White folks was in 5 points, black folks was in normal. Then it spread it out, they separated out here to Cedar Point. On out here now we in Harvest. These motherfuckers went all the way, they went down South Parkway, went out there in Madison. It's separate. They keep moving outward because they don't want to be where we are. Fuck them. Goodbye. Okay? Is that clear enough for anybody and everybody? Hello? I don't give a fuck about these folks want to leave. If they want to leave, then that's exactly what I need to do. Don't cut
There's
ties.
plenty of people that live in like Harvest and stuff like that, though. I just want to say that, throw that out there, because
It's majority black. Trust me, I live here now.
sure. So you're saying like before that it was mostly white?
It wasn't it didn't exist. It was black folks in normal, white folks in
Which
five
is where
points.
A&M is at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
two neighborhoods spanned out and they kept moving away from each other. Like as much as they don't want to be around us, we don't want to be around y'all. Please believe that. It's mutual. Like I'm fussing on Instagram now over this lady. Uh, this girl, I guess she got irritated. Like sometimes this shit just get irritating. Some older white lady, she walked past her car and she done reached over and locked her door. And the girl took it, tried to open her door. And I've been fussing for 3 damn days with these fucking white folks about was that girl wrong and what does that mean and how does this and that. And I'm sick of it. Like sometimes you get sick of talking to these folks and telling them how stupid they act and how stupid they are. So
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Go. If you want to separate from us, go. Goodbye. Because we damn sure don't want to be with you either.
well,
And I'm sure that's what the folks in Baton Rouge are saying. Besides the fact that they taking all that money with them, take it. They gotta learn how to keep generating that. You know what I'm saying? As a city incorporated in itself. That ain't easy. Go ahead. That's what the Supreme
no,
was
but I'm
taking.
quite sure there's going to be other things that they create
Mm.
in this within the city of
What
something.
have you ever known them to create? other than
I'm just
confusion.
saying they're gonna need other things besides this. One, they're gonna have the school. They're gonna have the property taxes of their houses and stuff like that. They're gonna obviously, for 86,000 people, that's got to be at least a Walmart, couple Dollar Generals, some Dollar Trees, some car washes. I'm just saying, like, it's gonna be a lot of things that are probably already in that area that's
I don't
going to
believe
be
so.
able, or that's going to be able to grow.
I don't believe so. I think it's gonna. I think they're gonna fall in their face, and I'm willing to give it 5 years to say so. Let's go, St. George. Stand out there on your own. We have other topics, you know.
I know we got other topics, but I just wanted to. Okay, so speaking of other topics, the next topic we have is none other than the teacher that decided to let the students take down his braids, dreads, whatever. It
Has
was,
caused an outrage in people.
yes, there are so many people. The debate of whether or not it was unprofessional, whether or not it was inappropriate, whether or not it was fine. How do you feel about the situation?
Let me tell you something. I don't think the man should have got fired.
I don't. Did he
I
get
think the
fired?
man was, he explained himself as to the students that were allowed to help him with that. He had a hair appointment after school. He couldn't take it down the night before because they had some kind of special presentation that he was a part of at the school on that Friday. Only the students that had, uh, was it above average test scores or something like the top 100 or something like that. It was 4 or 5 students that were selected that had awesome grades at the end of class, and it was a free time basically. Everybody, it wasn't just them assigned to do that. They were able to do whatever they wanted to do. He asked them to help him. Um, I believe people took it out of context, and there was women and men that were saying that he had no right. It couldn't be my daughter. This and the other. Now, I will pause with a caveat there, simply because if that had been my child, I might have felt some type of way. But I wouldn't feel that type of way to the point where he should be fired or relieved of his position because of it. I didn't see anything inappropriate there, but you know, I don't have kids, so
Yeah, it was a lot of debate. Some people were saying that if he allowed them to do his hair, then what's to say what if he's allowing them to do when the cameras aren't rolling? That was weird to me because I'm like, um, they're literally in a classroom. He's recording. Apparently, he got permission from
live.
someone. And also, it also appeared that a lot of some of the parents, well, I assume were the parents because they say we're their parents, but I don't know. Um, Said that that's normal and they didn't think anything was inappropriate about it. There was a lot of people saying if that would have been my child, I would have been up to the school. Now what some people did bring out is that there has been several videos of several kids doing several things to the teacher's hair and vice versa, the teacher doing the student's hair. um and the only thing that was different about this was it was separate genders, because they did have a male student cutting a male teacher's hair.
Yep.
They had several um, st- um, female students taking down the braids of other
Female
teachers that were
teachers.
female teachers. So I think it has a lot of this has to do with, I think, some traumatic stuff happened to some people in their past because people seem to be triggered by this. But I think
You even go
also,
there. Damn.
well, I'm just saying that has to be what it is because to
It,
me,
it really does not have to be.
someone standing taking someone's hair down, there is nothing in the world that seems sexual to me at all about that. Nothing about that to me seems sexual.
Now, if he had been sitting down on the floor between somebody's legs, breaking, getting his hair taken
That
down.
could have been different, but he's literally in a chair. The
Hmm.
kids are literally taking
He
down
got
his
his hands
hair.
in front of him at all times. He eating tangerines and doing all kind of other stuff. Like, here, you want some tangerine? Like, this man really thought he was, okay.
Yeah, and I don't know whether or not I can't remember the update. I don't know whether or not he got fired or not. There were stories that said that he got fired, but then there was people that were saying that he didn't get fired for real. So
Now, I ain't hear none of those stories.
I did. That's why I'm like, I don't know what was what. Um, Maybe I should search it right now, to figure out. But but I remember because there's another teacher I follow her on Instagram. Her name is I think she goes by Miss L, Miss Lattimore. And there's another teacher, the teacher that he's a black male teacher that got Coco Jones to respond to one of his you know videos, which is what he wanted.
Coco
Um,
Jones.
yeah.
Who's Coco
So
Jones?
she's a singer. I think
The
she's
one, the
technically
SUV, SWV.
no, no. This girl, she's a black
Oh, that
male.
young girl from Tennessee.
Yeah, yeah.
I forgot about her. I only heard one song and I don't even remember what that was.
So one of the comments says school is not a place to mess with hair unless it's cosmetology school.
True.
See, I I can't agree with that, but also keep in mind this is the end of the school year. With that being said, of it being the end of the
What they
school
got to do
year,
with the price of tea in China?
no, I'm saying like, listen, let's just. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I'm gonna keep it a book. I'm finna tell it all. At the
Mm.
end of our school year, baby, listen, there is a lot of things that went on. We played cards.
Did you do the teacher's hair?
None of the teachers had hair.
Did you brush their bald heads? Did you do
No,
anything of the? So you didn't do none of that, did you? You played
no.
cards with
But
the
I'm
other
just saying, like
students.
we played cards, but we also like other students did our hair. Baby, back in the day, like listen, keep in mind we were in the band. In the band at the time, the thing that was really really popular was um the hard ponytails, the ones that you roll up and set in the microwave.
Oh
But
my God! With the pump it up.
and people did each other hair like that.
Okay,
Like
the other
students did
students.
others. Yeah, but I'm saying like students did. Well,
Ooh.
yeah, she said it's a black it was a black school. That's a culture thing. That girl went to school with me, but I think she's talking about these other students. But apparently they got along, like they got along wonderful, and it was no real issues or anything like that. And a lot of the parents, because from my understanding, you got to get permission from the parents to even show the kids on your social media. Because
Yeah.
I know that I have volunteered before at schools, and they're like, you can't take any pictures. Um, because there might be foster kids in the system and they can't be yeah, that's what I was told. There might be foster kids there and you can't have their picture exposed. So like we were told, like in the past, I haven't volunteered at school other than the school my sister teaches at in a while, but
I ain't never heard of that.
yeah, but we when I was in Chattanooga and we was volunteering, I think it was Chattanooga, maybe it was here, I don't know. But they told us not to take any kind of pictures because some of the kids may be foster kids and they don't need to know where they're at, basically.
Maybe in witness protection program. I never heard of that for foster
Well, I
kids.
heard, not heard.
That's weird.
But a lot of times you got to get the parents' permission anyway to be able to show them.
Well, do we know if he got permission for them to take down his braids?
Well, apparently, some of the parents that again, some of the people that said they were parents said they didn't have any issues.
But some parents did.
Yeah, some parents did, but again, the ones that had issues were making it seem more of a sexual nature, which was weird. Like
It is
I
weird.
can get that that's inappropriate. I can totally get that. I can get that it's unprofessional. I can totally get that. But and the kids looked like they were pretty oldish, like maybe middle schooler. I don't think they were high schoolers, but like maybe middle schoolers, maybe like sixth or seventh graders or whatever. Like kids like to do random things. Um, if I'm not mistaken, I think one of them even one of the pictures that I saw, or one of the ones that they were talking about, I think the students were like painting the kids' nails and everything. Like I said, I'm not
Mm,
saying what's inappropriate or not. I'm not saying that what's professional, unprofessional. I'm just saying that like I just didn't like the fact that people were sexualizing it and making it seem like that was a issue. Because, like you said, if
well,
the man was up under, if the man was in between the girl's legs or something like that, like getting hair done, that's one thing. But he was literally in a chair. So,
I will say this. I don't think it was inappropriate, but I wouldn't have wanted my daughter to be up there taking his hair down. I'd have been like, sit your ass down, get over there and play on your phone. I don't care how damn good your grades were. Sit your little fast tail down. That's what I would have said. But
because you also have to think about it this way, like there's a lot of kids that, because I think about my little nieces. She's 4 years old, and well, she's technically my great niece, but neither here nor there. But you think about that, and like a lot of these kids want to show their skills that they see from other people. They want to be able to use their skills. And when I say that, I mean like they want to be able to play in your hair because who else hair are they gonna play in? You see what I'm saying? Like
right, I can
that's what
see
I'm
that.
saying. So I think that you know they probably got joy in the fact that because it was several of them. It was several. It looks like it was at least three girls that was
Mm,
taking
it
down that
was
hair.
it was all four of them was girls.
Okay. No, I'm just saying like I saw at least three of them. I don't
I
know
saw all of them,
exactly how many it was, but I
but I
saw a lot
think
of
there
them.
was two that switched out, so that's why he was saying 4 or 5
Okay,
because it was
okay.
four at a time on his head, and then they might have switched out or something like that.
And he,
But
to be honest, he didn't have enough hair for it to be that many people for taking
right,
down.
that's what
Like
I said.
his hair was short.
I
His
said,
hair
boy, you
was
could have
not
took that at each one of them by yourself in the car on the way to your appointment. But I mean,
because that's how I used to take down mine.
frrr,
Yeah, because I
frrr.
used to have a lot of braids. I that's why I got scissors in my car. Cut the braids and start unraveling. May not be appropriate for safety reasons, but just saying it happens.
You're horrible. Good gracious.
I know you are, but what am I?
Mm,
So,
horrible.
any thoughts? Do you think that it was an issue mostly because it was like different genders?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the only issue. Like it's just it. There's double standards on both sides for each people. Man, I want to know what Caitlin Clark gonna do tonight. But anyway,
So she said that he should have took the down the took should have took the day off.
he should. Yes.
Again,
No,
I
he
don't
couldn't have
think
took
his
the
hair.
day off.
First of all,
He
I
had to
don't
be
think he had
there.
enough. He didn't have enough hair for it to take that long. Again, unless your hair appointment is right beside your school, you had time to take it down. Because baby, I done took down a whole bunch of braids in my commute to go get my hair done. Just
Pitiful.
saying.
People keep out. I don't know what she drives now because every time I see her, she got a different car. So, but keep a lookout for her.
You sound like a real life hater.
No, I
You sound
don't.
like a
You
real life
do.
hater.
You do have a different car.
No,
Every
first
time
of
I
all,
come, every time I come down your house, have you not had a different car?
I've had that car since 2018.
I
It's
don't think so.
2024. Yes, I have.
I don't think so. I think you're lying on that.
I think you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But so have you seen the other videos of the people of the other like
Yes, the
the
barber. I saw the other one with Bray.
okay.
Yes, I saw all that. It didn't bother me. It didn't bother me with him. I just like I said, in either situation, I wouldn't want my child in there. And like she said, unless it's a cosmetology school. Yeah, if it were boys taking it down, it would probably have been more of a fucking issue. They'd have been like, "Oh hell no, he turning these kids into." Yeah, it would have been all kind of bullshit.
But like okay, so this is also the thing. As one of the comments said, it was a black school thing, like it may have been a culture thing. There is not a lot of black male teachers.
Mm. That he was trying to
So
be creative. I get that.
and people were saying because and people also were mad at the I don't know either of these. I think his name was Marquise or something like that. But people were also mad
Jocko.
at one of the other male teachers because apparently the male teacher was a Sigma and was teaching a student some stepping of sorts.
I saw
And
something like that on.
and they were upset about that too. They were like the kids should be learning. Like it wasn't anything that was sexual about it, but it was like the kids should not be doing
The
this.
Divine Nine, honey. You
And
can't
that's
mess
why
with
I
them.
said, we did a lot of things in high school that we shouldn't have did. And most of them people ain't that we did stuff in the classes, they are not living so they can't get in trouble or anything like that. But literally it was wild. It was wild.
Damn.
Nobody cared. At the end of the school year, nobody cares. They just want your grades done, everything's done. That you just waiting for time.
Well, I don't
They
know
waiting
about
for
your
their
school.
days to be over. We was waiting for our days to be over. That's how it was. That's why we was playing cards. That's why we was doing whatever we felt like doing because the grades were in. We were done.
I was a very studious person, especially in the eighth grade when I got my first briefcase that I carried to school. And I don't know what it is to be goofing off at school. So I don't think any of these actions were inappropriate. And yes, I had a briefcase in the eighth grade. Most teachers at my middle school didn't have a briefcase. I did. Now I had to go to my locker after every other class to get books and change out, but that's okay. I had a attache that clicked on the side. I did. Definitely a briefcase. That motherfucker was short, boy. I'm telling you, when that motherfucker broke, I was sad that my mama see my daddy got that out the street somewhere hot. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Because that's how he got most of my Christmas gifts and birthday presents. But I still had it. But this thing came. This was a badass attaché. It was on the side. You know how most briefcases open up in the front. I had the combo lock on the side, baby. Let's go. Raise it up, and did that is the truth. I put that on everything. I had it. My mama would vouch for me. She thought it was the most ridiculous goddamn thing I could have done, but
How old
I
were
was
you when you
very
did
important, and
that?
important people that I looked up to had a. I don't know
Did
how to
you have
prove that to you. I don't know how to
that's what
prove
I'm saying.
that
They
to you.
wanted to see you have do you have proof of this?
I can
Because
get
they
my
wanted
mother
pictures.
and on the phone that we can call her, and she will tell you very much so that I had a briefcase in the eighth grade, and she tried to buy me another one as a replacement. I ain't got no pics. I swear to God, I don't. But when she tried to buy me a replacement, she got some cheap, broke down version, and she knows she got fussed out about that too. But when it broke, it broke. Couldn't get it nothing because he got it off the street. I know this. My daddy got me a camcorder, a big boombox camcorder, hot. I had all the stuff that went with it, no box and no instruction manual. I had to learn how to use it on my own, but I did, and that was also in the eighth grade. He must have had some dough that year.
This is wow. This is just wow. A wild conversation. Okay. Any
Hey,
any
that's
any
it.
thoughts about the kids? Because
Mm-mm.
I don't think again. I don't think.
Get them a
Well, I don't.
briefcase.
I don't think necessarily anything was wrong by being the end of the school year. And some people probably just got through testing and everything as well. So I feel like let the people take down a
Hey,
little hair. Who cares?
hey, no. They need to be learning. Do you know how many damn days they miss out of school this year alone? At the end of the school year, my ass, they should have been still
But
reading and doing tests.
this was like I think in Baltimore or something like that.
And they definitely need to be in there reading and writing and arithmeticing till the very last day. Talk about the end of the school year. We got still at least got 2 more weeks in school.
One of the listeners wants to know what did you wear with this briefcase?
I wore my regular clothes. I wore my regular clothes. Anytime, whatever I wore, I had my briefcase with me. And that motherfucker was a pretty cocoa. Mm. Man, I tell you what, I got one right
So
now
you
that's
was
a,
you was wearing regular school clothes with a briefcase.
yeah. Oh, no, I always been fly now. Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Do not get it twisted. I always been fly. Man, I remember Mr. White, my English teacher was a hating ass little short, white, goofy looking white man. Talking about, oh, you got a briefcase. Yeah, bitch, why don't you? Son of a bitch, you the teacher? Son of a bitch. Hell, the fuck wrong with
Teachers
you?
did not have briefcases.
Yeah, they did. Some of them did. But see, I, at the time, wanted to be Angela Bauer, advertising agent. Okay,
Oh,
so I
okay.
had from Who's the
Who's the
Boss.
boss?
I
Yeah.
had a who was the motherfucker me.
Okay.
I had the briefcase. I was the motherfucking boss in the 8th grade. Let's go run that.
Okay. Interesting. Very
Schools
interesting.
up north get out in June. See, that ain't the end of nothing.
It's almost June.
Now it's almost what?
It's the middle of May.
Tomorrow is the middle of May, and it's still not the middle because it's 31 days this month. So you just trying to make up shit now. It
That's
ain't the end of the
amazing.
school yet. They should have been in there learning and not doing this here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say this: the day was a special day because they had activity or somebody came out to see them and he had to be on the spotlight or something like that. So maybe the day and it's a Friday, okay, we chilling. But don't say it's the end of the year because if these students ain't doing nothing, you know what? That's all right. That's
Yeah,
why they
let's just
don't.
go ahead and go to the
That's
next
why they don't
topic.
know shit.
Let's talk about your favorite person in the whole, well, your second favorite person in the whole wide world, because we all know the Brad is your favorite. Uh, Shawnee in her comments that she made regarding um, her marriage to Shaquille O'Neal.
And then had the nerve to retract talking about people took her shit out of context. I wish I would read that raggedy book from that raggedy heifer. This little low down snake of a bitch. I don't care. Why would you say something like that? Like, seriously. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure. Let me tell y'all something. Now, Shaq is my guy, so I know what he's gone through in his life with not feeling attractive and doing all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? The only talent that he felt like he had was basketball, and this is what made him a superstar. You know what I'm saying? And now you got somebody that you meet and you think that they love you for you. You know what I'm saying? And then you go to come to find out that they've been plotting and playing the whole time behind your career. That's some bullshit. That's some bull fucking shit. Shawnee said, let me tell you what Shawnee said. Shawnee said this in so many words because I don't know.
Let
She
me let
said
me let me let me just get
because
her
I'm gonna
actual.
paraphrase because
Yeah,
fuck
let me
Shawnee.
get her. Let me get her actual words because she said, looking back, I know that I was. I'm sorry. Looking back, I don't know that I was ever in love with the man, but I was in love with the ideal of being married to the man I had a family with. I
Mm-hmm.
was in love with the ideal of building a life together. I truly did enjoy spending time with him. NBA road trips gave me a chance to be with my husband, experience the NBA life for a little while.
Girl, bye. Shut. You know what? Drown yourself. Anyway, um, the
We
thing
do
about
not
it,
condone violence.
fuck her.
Mm-mm.
I don't care. I don't care nothing about her. And I've lost friends over the way I feel about Shawnee O'Neal and how she did Shaq, but she stole money from him. I got into it with some dumb bitch on some friend's post about this hoe yesterday. And I left that hoe on red with that last comment. Uh and it's and it's and oh my God. It's like, ma'am, everybody knows that he cheated on you. Okay, now how do we know now as people that he didn't feel what you throwing off? I don't think I ever in love with the man. And Shaq has said that he loved Shawnee. He in love with Shawnee. He actually wanted his family to be back together, and she did not. Because you know why? Because she has slowly been stashing away savings. He out here cheating, doing his thing, and he bad for that. I ain't saying he right for that, but this heifer stole money, put away money in accounts and stuff so she can have preparing for a life without him. That's low down. That's a snake. That's a bitch. and I fucking hate Shaunie, and I don't give a damn how Shaq. I'm pretty sure Shaq only cares for her the way he does because she has his kids, but there's somebody else that got a kid by him too. So, and she got outside kid before they met. But my thing is, why would you come out and say some shit like that? That wasn't even necessary. Nobody gives a fuck about your memoir. The only people that's reading that shit is these damn folks that watch stupid ass Basketball Wives. I mean, nobody
Yeah, I
cares
watch
about Shaunie.
Basketball Wives, but I'm not watching or reading her book.
I'm
I wouldn't
I'm
buy her
I'm
book.
putting you in the category too. You were the only
I
one that
don't
would
really
probably
care.
yes. Fuck Shaunie. I don't care about her as a person. She doesn't, And Shaq, like I said, Shaq is a major dude. He didn't come out and say, "Man, that bitch, that
No,
wasn't even worth."
because
He didn't want to hit that because he didn't want to hit that. That's why he gave her 3 kids, and
no,
that's it.
he said, I understand. I wouldn't have been in
Yeah,
love with me either. Wishing you all the best. All love, Shaq. And he
yeah.
said
He was
that
a bigger
about that.
person. He wouldn't have been in love with him either because he know that woman didn't love him. He was out there hitting everything that he could. His statement was he was out there. He didn't think he could get girls like that. You know what I'm saying? And he was doing that for his own ego. And that could also have been attributed to how she made him feel at home. Don't nobody know that. Nobody knows that. That man was a beast on the court. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he innocent in all this, but she wrong for that, and I hate her. And her husband's gay. Goodbye. That's the end of my TED talk.
So, one in the comments said that they believe it was smart of her to make Shaq
Yeah,
do the
that's
deal,
that,
and
and that's low down.
I
That's low
agree with that.
down.
I
That
agree
is
with that.
fucking low down. Both of y'all, fuck both of y'all on that shit, cause that's some bullshit. Cause that's dumb. If that's your intention, you're prepared. Is that what marriage is about?
Wait. I didn't say that was her intentions. I'm saying
That's
like,
what she did.
but think about it this way.
Fuck
There's a lot of
that.
people.
She
There's a
got
lot of people in.
50,000 when they divorced. She got $50,000 a month. Now you telling me that's fair for somebody that's stealing from you?
No. What I was saying is that there are people that are
Mm-mm.
married to NBA players or
Mm-hmm.
celebrities and stuff
Who
like
put
that,
back money for
and
a future
these
without them?
yes.
And that's
So,
fucked up.
but no. What actually I was gonna say is that there's several of them that lived their lavish life and never put back any money, and when that person leaves them, they are now destitute or feel like they're destitute. And
Whose
I
problem
feel
is that?
because that's the same thing that happened. I feel like that's kind of what
No,
happened with
fuck you. Fuck
Dwayne
that.
Wade wife, Dwayne
That's
Wade
crazy.
wife. When she lost custody of the kids, and even though she
Mm-hmm.
had got a settlement and all of this
Destitute.
stuff,
Destitute. If
she
you
came
leave,
out
if
of
you're
it
not
like
with
she felt
me,
like she was destitute. So
how,
this is
how,
what I'm
how do
saying.
you how do you expect I'm supposed to take care of you after we done? That's dumb. Would you take care of a man if y'all weren't in a relationship anymore?
But they still had kids together.
Time out. The law is going to provide for them. She got $50,000 per month. Who makes $50,000 a month working? Who?
There's people that do, not us, but there's people that do.
$50,000 a month. That's what you're getting for your to help take care of your kids. Your lifestyle is not going to be changed from that, and that's foul. If your husband started cheating, you need to check him or leave him, and you need to leave with what you got. That's it.
but
You don't deserve nothing after that. If y'all ain't together, what the fuck?
I think allegedly she took the money while they were married.
I
I don't
know
think she
that.
took any
That's
money after the fact.
that's
So she
that's
probably
even
just set
worse.
aside. She probably just set aside money. I don't know if she necessarily stole it or she just set aside it. I can't remember
That's
exactly
what's the
what the
difference? What is the difference?
there's definitely difference.
Oh,
One is like someone is giving me $20,000 and instead of me buying, all
what you
kind of
told them you
bags and
wanted the
everything for her.
$20,000 for, you put that money aside and saved it for a future without them. Yes, foul. I don't care how you say it, how you dress it, how you put a bra on it and panties. It's still dirty and low down. That's crazy. I cannot see that that's why I will never ever be in another fucking relationship. The fuck that shit. I'm over that shit. My one marriage, that was it. I couldn't trust a fucking female right now to save my life because of this dumb shit. I ain't got nothing like Shaq got, but they low down in other regards. If you gonna take my fucking money, if you ask me, say, hey, I need $400 to get this fixed, blah blah blah, and you say, oh, it don't cost but $200, and then $200 you put up, that's foul. That's stealing. That's straight up thievery. And you doing that from your husband that you took vows with? That's low down. No, you don't deserve it. That's crazy. What you helped me. How many free throws did Shaunie miss? Y'all crazy in that motherfucker. That's weird ass mentality. I'm sorry. Y'all don't deserve a motherfucking thing. If you deserve exactly what you had when you came into this marriage, and if we decide to end this marriage, I'm taking care of my kids only. That's it. I don't have to. She don't what? Okay. Oh wow. My mind is totally blown. That is totally weird to me. That is the weirdest shit I have ever seen in my life. That y'all think that's okay to steal from your spouse?
Nobody said stealing.
That is
I
stealing.
did not say stealing.
What is it? Setting
I'm
aside. You set aside. Do you set it aside and let him set it back where it was?
to me, stealing is I went into the account and took money that you didn't know I have. Setting aside money, you give me $20,000, I set aside 15,000 or 10,000. That's not stealing to me.
Yeah, because that's weird. That's because you weird. That's what is it?
No.
What is you lie? Are you
I just
did you
told you what
did you
stealing was.
did you tell him?
Stealing
Did
is,
you tell him? You
but
you
I'm
took the
saying
money. You
you
took the money that you asked for and didn't use it for its intended purpose and set it aside over here without anybody knowing where else it's at. But that's not stealing. You need to read your Bible.
I do read the Bible
You
every
need you
day.
need to read the Ten Commandments.
I read the Bible every day.
Well, you need
Every
to
fucking
understand that
day.
stealing is stealing, regardless of how you put the panties on it. Like I said,
But you're making it seem like she stole because he gave her money. If you give somebody money, that's not stealing. That's my point.
so she's just a
It's not
liar. She ain't
stealing.
a thief. She a liar.
She could be.
A
I
thieving
don't just
ass
like.
bitch liar. Yeah, she
This is
is.
my thing. I don't like Shaunie. I have no hate for people whatsoever. I don't hate Shaunie. I just don't like her based on me watching Basketball Wives
Why?
and
Cause she
seeing
seemed
some
like
of
a
her
devious
interviews
snake, don't she?
and seeing some of her interviews and stuff like that. But again, I do not hate her. At the same time, I have no need to like lie about someone
I
because
hope the men are listening to this. Don't give them a motherfucking dollar. You take them to where they got to go and pay for it. Don't give them shit. All right. I hope y'all are all listening to this. This is how they thinking right now. That's damn ridiculous. That's pitiful. I hope y'all all listen to
you're
this.
also not understanding that
I am
nine times out of
understanding.
no, 9 times
I
out of
understand it
10
all.
in these kind of household they're giving people an allowance. 9 times out of 10 he gave her an
He
allowance.
wasn't her fucking child.
It does not matter. He gave her he more than likely gave her an allowance to take care of whatever she wanted to take care of. It can be household things, it can be whatever things for the kids,
Yep.
things for
And she
herself,
lied about how much it
everything.
costs to get extra money so she can have it to set aside. That's not stealing. She just set it aside. I wonder if it's still sitting there. No, it's not.
Okay.
I can't fucking believe this shit. I can't
Your
believe that.
definition of stealing and my definition of stealing are two different things.
Stealing is stealing. It's one definition. Taking money
Because
that's not yours. Taking
but that
anything that's not yours.
again, I'm saying he gave her money.
Yeah.
If he gave her money, that's not stealing. That's my
Yeah.
point.
If she didn't use it for what she asked for it for or what it was intended for, and she set it aside, as you say, it's fucking stealing. I don't care what you say.
What I'm trying to say is that so you
Bad
don't think
mentality.
he just gave her money?
No.
There's a lot of people that just give their spouse money.
I mean, they could have. I'm pretty sure they did. But this money that he gave her, she set aside for a future without him. And that's fucking ridiculous. I think it is. I don't give a fuck if I give you $10,000, $20,000, spend that shit on a bag, buy this shit, get the house fixed, get my car fixed, get whatever fixed, buy the kids this, and this. If you setting it aside, that means you're preparing for a life without me, and that's fucking ridiculous. Take your ass on. That's what you do. That's what a
But
real person would do, an honest person.
I wait. First of all, we all know that I'm a very honest person. But let me just
We don't know that. How do we know that?
basic,
Because you just said
basic,
stealing ain't stealing. Shit, I don't know who you are no
because
more.
that's not stealing.
Because
If
you're
someone gives
lying.
me, if
You're lying.
someone gives me allowance and I spend it how
Mm,
I see fit, that
mm-mm.
is not stealing.
You lying. Yes, she can save money. Did he know about that money? It's his money.
It's
She's
like
saving this money for a reason because she's stacking her bread to build a life without him. And that's wrong, regardless of what either one of y'all say. I hope everybody hearing this. I hope everybody is hearing this. And these two folks right here saying that it's not devious to take from your spouse, which is ridiculous. We need to move
first
on
of
because
all,
this is fucking ridiculous. I'm
first of
done.
all,
I
you
can't
feel
believe
this.
that.
I think you feel this way
Now I don't
because you
feel
have
this way.
hatred
I
for
don't feel
her.
this way. If it had been
You're
anybody,
the same. You're the same one that thinks that if the armored truck drops the money or somebody accidentally drops money or something like that, and you don't give it to them, like you don't think you should give it to them.
I know
So
I don't. That's stealing. I said it was fucking stealing. You the one over here lying about what it is, not me.
no,
I don't
I'm
know them
saying
people.
okay,
I ain't married to them people. Fuck that.
but you also said that you would take the money. That's my
Yes,
point.
I
You
would take the money. I'm admitting to you that stealing, I would take it. You over here saying, I'm gonna take it and set it aside. You done gave it a whole nother ridiculous ass name for stealing. That's a real thief. Fuck that. That is ridiculous. That is horrible. Man, Fred, come on now. We definitely need to move on because that's crazy. Man, I hope y'all realize these women will take your money. If you make enough of it and you give it to her, make sure you get a receipt for everything you got because she done set it aside for a future without you, which is ridiculous. Man, ridiculous. Golly.
So let's just go ahead and go to another story because
Talking about
we're not gonna get anywhere with this.
because it's
We're
ridiculous.
not gonna get
But I'm gonna
we're
tell
not
you
gonna get
what,
anywhere.
this $250,000 that was stolen from Onyx was stealing, or was that just set aside too, Kim?
That was stealing. That was clearly a robbery. I'm the same person that if the armored truck or somebody dropped the money, I'm gonna turn it in.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
you would
letting
steal
you.
from your husband. That don't
No,
say that
it's
don't
not
that don't
stealing
help
from
your
my
character.
husband.
That does not help your character at all
I don't
whatsoever.
consider that stealing. If someone gave me an allowance, that's not stealing.
Oh my god, it's fuck. If you lying about the money, it's stealing. The fuck? I can't believe that shit. Embezzlement. Say it's embezzlement. Okay, it's not stealing. It's embezzlement. Okay, here we
No,
go.
it's not
Yeah.
even embezzlement. That is still embezzlement is still illegally taking the money. This is somebody giving you money. So let's just go to the next
So that
topic
wouldn't
because
bother you.
again,
So that wouldn't bother you. Okay, let's just flip flop it here on you ladies. So if your husband was saying, "Babe, I need $3,500. I need to get this fixed on my car. My carburetor went out. This, that, and the other," and he used $100 of that and put $3,400 in a bank account for preparing for a life without you, you wouldn't mind.
well,
No, no, no.
again, you're
Fuck that
okay.
answer. Yes or no. You wouldn't mind.
What you're saying
Now, what I'm fucking saying is, if
is
your
not the same
husband,
thing that I'm saying.
yes, it
I'm
is.
talking
Yo,
about
you a goddamn lie.
listen. If
You a
I gave
motherfucking lie.
no. If I
Fuck
gave
that.
if I gave my husband let's
Husband.
if we're
Yes.
in a similar situation like we're talking
No,
about
no,
with
no,
Shaunie
no,
and
no,
Shaq.
no, no, no,
If
no,
I gave my
no,
husband thirty
no.
five
Time it.
hundred dollars
Pause.
every month,
Pause. No, I didn't say you were in a similar situation with Shaq and Shawnee. If your husband said, I need $3,500, and he say he go and spend $100 on what he needed it for and put that $3,400 in an account, that ain't wrong.
what I'm talking
No,
about
no,
is
no.
something totally different
Mm.
because you're making it seem like what you're saying is that she was
No, what the
asking
fuck
what
I'm
she's
saying is it's
saying.
a double
What
standard for
I'm
you
saying is that
apparently.
no. What I'm saying is that 9 times out of 10, what ended up happening is that he was giving her an allowance. So if he's giving her an allowance, just like if I was giving, for whatever reason, if I was just
Cause you
building
can't even
more.
fathom giving your husband an
No,
allowance, can you?
no. I'm saying
See,
I could give
that's
him one. I could give my husband an allowance. I wouldn't have no problems with that, especially if he's doing what he needs to be doing, like with the kids and all this stuff. I wouldn't have any problems with that. So I'm telling you right now, if I was giving my husband $3,500
a week.
every
Okay,
every month as an
every week.
allowance,
Mm-hmm.
baby, okay, if I got enough money to give somebody $3,500 every week, okay, let's go with that. Okay, thank you, I claim it. So let's go with that. If that person is setting aside money from that amount and loans all the things in the house, the food, the clothes, and everything is taken care of, I wouldn't have a problem. Just like I don't think they should have a problem if it was reversed and they gave me 3,500 and I set some money aside.
And I
I
call
would not
cap.
have a problem
I
with
call
that.
bullshit. If this
I
person,
don't.
if that man was setting the money aside and planning on leaving you at some point, you that wouldn't bother you.
No, it's for a rainy day. It's for if anything happens. I don't know. Like,
Well, she was setting money aside for a life without him. She wanted to make sure she was good so she can start her entertainment company, Amira, that has basketball wives and all the stupid other dumbass shows they have. She's setting herself up for success. That's wrong. And however, you sugarcoat it with you and your husband giving him 3,500. That's wrong too, and you would be pissed. So that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. What? He straight up lied. You think she didn't fucking lie? She a lying asshole with a gay husband. Next. Cause I'm over this bitch. Fuck that. I cannot believe this. We definitely ops on this right here. Hmm.
and I am thoroughly
An
entertained.
allowance. On a fucking you should be that's a fucking privilege. And you gonna steal it and set it aside for a life without me? And I'm still over here providing for you, even though you got an allowance?
But you think
That's
about it this way. No,
bullshit.
no, no, no,
No,
no,
I ain't
no, no,
thinking
no,
about
no,
it.
no. Because
I'm done thinking about it.
the thing about it is that if God forbid they were married and something happened to Shaq and he passed away, some of that money could have been tied up in probate and all this stuff. She still had to fend for her kids, her and her kids. So when you say for her to live a life without him, what like you
Why she
always
didn't go to
going to
work
be
and get
her
her own
baby.
goddamn job and have her own fucking money? She could have done that.
Because when they were married, they had young kids at that point.
Yeah, they had young kids.
Very
A lot of
young
people that
kids,
have
like
working
little babies.
families.
I'm not saying that,
Shit.
but I'm just saying there's a lot of people that if they ain't got to work, they ain't gonna work. Come on, let's keep it a G.
If they don't have to work, right? Not set money
Exactly.
aside for a future without my husband that's paying my fucking bills and taking care of me right now. Fuck that. Fuck you. Let's go on. This is some bullshit. Y'all crazy. Crazy as fuck.
So
Hell.
let's go back and talk about Onyx then. So yes, so
Shit.
apparently,
Yeah, they
um,
was setting aside money from Onyx because they felt like they was owed it and they was deserved it.
no,
Fuck
this
out of
was
here.
this was actually robbery. They did a
A
break
different
in.
type of robbery. Yes, it was.
They did a break
But
in.
but did
Apparently
you
to the
see? Did you see that they had been linked them to somebody else? See, everybody talking about this is an inside job, right? These folks have been linked to 4 other robberies in the same manner.
so
I don't know
yeah,
how it could
because
be.
they apparently they cut a hole into the ceiling
Mm-hmm. Spent two
and
hours in this bitch. What kind of strip club ain't open at 4 a.m. in Atlanta?
I've been to Onyx.
I have not.
We did like a script tour, strip club tour one night for somebody turning 21. So I don't know what time we left. I probably knowing me, I probably went to sleep because
It's on the East Coast, so basically it's 3 o'clock our time.
exactly that's the life I was living. I probably was asleep. Um,
Uh,
but
back in the
I
day,
think we
no.
left pretty. I think we left pretty late, but we went to several ones. But anyway,
At 4 o'clock, 4:16 a.m., these folks broke into the ceiling,
but
went
but it's
directly.
probably not. Was it direct? Because I never saw that where exactly inside of Club Onyx they were at. It just says that they bypassed the security measures.
Which means they were directly
Because so
above the
it could
office
be
because
like a back room. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could be the office or back room. So it's something that people are not actually. If you're at the strip club, you're
you
not
don't know where it's
aware.
at.
Yeah,
But okay, so I definitely thought it had to be an inside job until I saw that they were linked to 4 other burglaries. But that doesn't mean anything. That's neither here nor there. But so they got in, said they spent 2 hours inside with power tools.
but
Now,
the Onyx be. I haven't been to Onyx in a long time, but it's loud.
but if you Dollar Bill was always in the office in the back. You know what I'm saying? They don't leave where the money's at. So it's like, interesting. Because you can say as a as a
Because
as a business,
but think about it this way: if say there's a room and it has an air vent and all this stuff. If you're not passing through the door, no one's gonna see you. If you just go through another air vent, no one knows you're there. You see what I'm saying? So
do you know what power
they
tools sound
know.
like?
Yes. But do you have you been you said have you said you haven't been to Club Onyx? These places be loud. These
Yeah.
places be loud.
But who don't be near the office where the money at?
Who's that's what I'm saying. Who's to say that they were not like outside of the office? That's what I'm talking about.
And they didn't hear no fucking power tools.
I
I don't
guess
care how
I
loud.
don't know.
Man, some don't sound right. Like you need heavy duty drills and stuff and saws to get into a safe. Trust me, I've tried. Trust me.
Okay,
It
so okay.
it's not easy. My own safe. I ain't been out here in Onyx setting aside money. I have I was trying to get into my own small safe that I had lost the key to. So yes. It is very hard and difficult. And no, I did not get into it because I'm not a safe cracker. But I can learn.
Okay. Any other
But
thoughts about that?
yes,
Okay.
I want to talk about the fact that they was linked to 4 other robberies.
Let's talk about that then.
This man said they broke into a 130-year-old bakery. The
Oh.
bakery been here 130 years. They broke into it. Now these folks ain't gonna be able to operate. They stole everything. Do you hear me? Now I don't know who keep. If all small business that I've ever worked for that had money like that, they take it to the goddamn bank at the end of the day, at least at the end of the week. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much money y'all want to be keeping around, and safe ain't safe if somebody cracked that son bitch. You feel me?
Yeah.
But they could have also been the inside, like you know, you don't know who they hiring off the street.
Well,
They've been hit.
Atlanta is kind of rough because that was the Atlanta is where somebody stole somebody, I think, a Rolls Royce or Aston Martin, and then it ended up in Houston. And the person, like the valet, they gave it to the valet driver, and the valet driver was the one that allowed it to go bye bye. So Atlanta's, there's a lot of people now on social media saying Atlanta is not a real place.
I would give you somebody keys for $2,000. There you go. This ain't my goddamn car. It's probably got insurance on it anyway. Holler back. Atlanta, yeah, you get fucked up in Atlanta. Valet will fuck you up in Atlanta. I
Yeah,
always
that's
use
what happened.
valet when I stay at my special hotel that I stay at when I go to Atlanta, and I be thinking these niggas they just in my shit. They just go anywhere the fuck they want. I just handed over my goddamn key and paid them. Gave them some gas money to go right around in my shit.
So it says also that officials say the suspects appear to have moved the business ATMs to face the floor, but did not damage or break into them.
I saw that, but I didn't. I kind of overlooked that. I was like, what the fuck did they mean? What they moved the ATMs, but then still nothing.
Because apparently they, mm, I don't know.
They probably couldn't figure out how to get into them and get the money out.
Yeah.
So they had moved them with the intention of setting that money aside as well, and they didn't. They weren't able to figure out how to get into it because it's not. I don't think it's that easy to get into an ATM. Because niggas steal them all the time and
Well,
can't get the
also
money
keep
out.
in mind, like the strip clubs keep a lot of cash on them, and they even brought up one of the videos even brought up the fact that Drake had been in there, a couple months back with a whole bunch of money. But the strip clubs
All
have a lot of
ones.
money. The strip
I
clubs
wouldn't
have a
want that
lot of
many
money.
goddamn ones. If I get more than 10 in one, no, I'm good. Fuck that shit. But I mean, I would take it if somebody gave it to me, but I wouldn't want it in all ones. I mean, like that's a whole lot. But I have definitely. Have you ever seen when they bring out the bank that they cash niggas out with the ones? Like they got this rolling thing. Where was I at? Shit, I can't even remember. They got this rolling thing that looked like a little safe on wheels, full
Hmm.
of ones. They bring it out, and then them niggas about their hundreds, cash out, and then throw them all away upon the air. What's wrong with y'all, dumb Negro? I
Make it
swear,
rain.
yeah, which is some dumb shit. I done caught some raindrops. My motherfucker self shit. Hey, all right.
They will kick you out of the club and
They will. If they see
fight
you,
you.
they ain't see me.
You don't
They
see.
motherfucker. This
See,
letting out
okay,
it.
this what I'm saying. Now you out here stealing the strippers' money, and then you
I
got a
didn't know. I
homeboy
don't
in
know
your
that stripper,
front.
and I don't know the nigga that dropped it. It ain't my husband or wife. I set that money aside all day. Fuck you. Set it aside. This nigga was so drunk, he dropped all that shit off his lap. He was just like, and this shit. I was like, oh, I got about $13.
I can't take you serious.
I mean, it is what it is. I would never. The person that I married,
No,
I would
I'm
have
talking about
never,
you talking about the taking the
never
money.
stolen from. I would have never done anything low down to the thing that, oh, I'm gonna set this money aside just in case I ain't got her one day because I'm used to living this lifestyle. Come on now, that's wrong.
But we was talking about the stripper
I was,
taking
but
money from the man
these
that
folks, these
and the
these folks,
man
ain't.
that's stealing.
Yeah, I said it. I just said that. I'm the one that can admit it. I'm being truthful. Okay, fuck out of here. But yeah, you
So you
can't. I
believe it
mean,
was inside? You believe it was inside job?
I don't know. I did until I saw that they were linked to other ones. But yeah, I mean, based on what transpired, especially if there was people inside there at 4 a.m., then yes, it was an inside job. I don't
Because
see how.
they're saying that they said there was two people. They were wearing ski masks and gloves, and they got into
Hmm.
these
Yeah, they
safe
had video. They
entrances
was on video.
and crawled to the business safes. So
Yeah,
they crawled. That's what I'm saying. Like if somebody is outside of the building, outside of the room where the money is at, long as the person is not trying to get inside from the outside, that's all they're going to be paying attention to. They're not going to be paying attention to the air ducts because they're not thinking
I ain't
they.
worried about them paying attention to the fucking air ducts. But if you can't hear the goddamn power tools, you stand outside the door, then you need to get a fucking different job. Power to we talking about drills, impact drills, and saws. Okay, we ain't talking about no.
Let me Google if they can be soundless. I'm just saying they can be silent ones.
Are there silent power tools? Yeah. Hmm.
I'm looking.
I'm waiting because I'm just like, girl, bye.
Power tools.
Can there be people of the crowd? Can there be silent power
Many
tools?
power tools are designed to be quiet.
No, they're not.
It really says that.
Compared to well, they're not silent. They might be not as loud, but they're not fucking silent.
It says many tools are designed to be quiet.
Which ones? Drills and saws?
The quietest, then they say go to say the quietest saw drill or sander is not always the most expensive.
I don't. That was not what I was saying. Okay, so what I'm saying is, if you have a drill is going to make a sound regardless of it. You're saying it's quiet.
Just
For
like
that to
guns,
be,
you have guns that have silencers on them. Same
you
thing.
can't add nothing to a drill to make it silent, girl.
I don't know.
And I'm
I'm
telling
just telling
you,
I'm just telling you what the Google said.
what
You want me to
brand?
sing it to Google?
Yes,
Girl.
forward it to me.
Okay.
Cause I don't believe this is bullshit. You just all full of cap tonight. I don't know about this show. 59 is just in the dirt tonight. No. Quiet
Um
power tools. We'll find out. We'll find out because they're gonna figure out who did this shit.
it literally says that. Like I'm not making this up. It
They're
says
just they're not quiet when it comes when metal meets metal. I don't care what you say. What that says, send it to me and I'll respond to the motherfucker that said the dumb shit.
and because somebody even asked, can you make your twos quiet?
And what they say?
I'm doing a show, so I ain't reading everything.
No, you reading it enough. Set it aside. Read it.
I'll send that to you too. That's a weird place to
Quiet
say it, but
power
okay.
tool. Ain't no quiet power tool. Ain't no silent power tool. I know that for a fact. In any metal on metal contact, yeah, that's gonna be loud. A saw. Have you ever seen a saw on metal?
Yeah, I've seen a saw. I've used a saw.
On metal?
I've seen a drill. I use a drill. I even use a welding machine. I've
And
welded
was it
before.
quiet?
It was hot. That's all I remember. It's been hot for
No,
me.
my Lord have
A long
mercy.
time ago.
These folks done cut a hole in the ceiling with a saw, slunk down in the ceiling, crawled through the air ducts, which they knew would hold them. Which a lot of people, I don't think it would hold a whole lot of people. So they were small little guys because I saw them
They
on the
had to be.
video. Yeah, and so they was covered up really well, so they may or may not get caught because they was masked up. They had on bubble coats in May, so they was hot and funky and musty underneath those suits. This
Any
happened
other?
last week.
Yeah. Any other
Yeah,
comments or things about that before we go to the last one?
bubble coats, Atlanta, May, funky arms. All right.
Okay, so for episode 59, TK, what has a TV show, movie, or book taught you?
I'm gonna tell you, I've been watching on Hulu the mysterious death of Easy E. Right
Oh, okay.
now, this is my first time realizing that people think that he wasn't killed by AIDS.
Mm,
So I'm interested in seeing how it plays out if they find out if he even in fact had, because I want them to exhume his body. So I'm hoping that they find. I don't know if they can still find out because AIDS die in the air. I don't know if it stick around for I don't know, but I want to know because they said the way that the gentleman that was with him when he actually passed, like he passed out in the studio. He had bad bronchitis, they said, and he smoked weed too. That's weird. I don't think I would smoke if I had bronchitis or asthma and shit like that. But people with asthma do. They smoke a lot.
there's people with oxygen tank that still smoke.
You're absolutely right. With COPD taking their mask off the
And they be at the casino.
shit. But anyway, it, he passed out. They was in the studio, what I'm saying, rapping and shit. He passed out. He started coughing. He passed out, and he went into the hospital to never return again. And he went from not knowing that he had full blown AIDS to dying within a month. That's suspicious.
Oh. But I
So,
guess,
but I was young when he died. You know what I'm saying? So
but a lot of people die from, most people don't die from necessarily AIDS. They die from the complications of AIDS. So
complications,
if he
yeah.
had like bronchitis or something like that, which I don't think people really die from bronchitis, but I guess you can.
If you have
Then,
immune
yeah.
deficiency, yeah, you could die from it. A common cold, which is what most of them die from. A common
So,
cold, and they catch pneumonia.
yeah, I was just saying pneumonia. Yeah, I
And
figured.
so, yeah, so they're saying that like his daughter. Oh my God, his daughter. Like he had. I didn't really know much about Easy E because I kind of picked Ice Cube in the whole and Dr. Dre and them. In the whole when they separated. We was boys in the hood is always hard. Then it was like, we were doing it with Dre. You know what I'm talking about? So I really didn't know a whole lot about Easy E, but he did die quickly. Like, as soon as he brought out Bone Thugs, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like he was gone right after that. It's like, it's the thuggish, ruggish bone. And it's like, R.I.P. Easy. Like, what the fuck? But, and
Yeah,
then
I
they
know. I think
said,
one of his daughter or a son or something, maybe both, was on Grown Up Hip Hop. That's all I remember.
see, I don't know how many kids he got, but apparently he was only with one woman, but he had a whole bunch of kids. Like he had a whole bunch of women in his life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they were saying. They were saying that none of those people, his kids, all the women that he messed with, none of them had AIDS.
Yeah, that's what I was told as well. Yeah.
They said Suge Knight, some people say Suge Knight sent him a girl that gave him AIDS. And
Mm.
then I heard that back in the day, but I mean, I didn't really, it really didn't. paying. I didn't care, but so I'm interested. What I'm saying, what it taught me is that there's a lot of different things uh, that happen to people that we need to start taking a look at, because now they're only looking into this because his daughter Ebby is so adamant that something happened to him. And she's 4 years old now when he died, so I think it's her mama that's been pushing the fact that something suspicious happened to him. You know what I'm saying? But that is weird, because if you having sex with all these people, you having sex with all these people while you got this disease, and it's weird that they don't have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially that your main chick, you definitely was having sex with her, and she don't have it.
Because I think he had some kids that were not born yet, too. When he
Yeah,
died.
he did. I think that might be the boys, because the only two I know about is the oldest girl and that girl Ivy. That's the only two I've ever heard about. But I don't really get into that. I don't care. But
But
that is
they used to say a lot of things because apparently they I may be getting it confused like backwards. They either used to say people died of cancer when it was AIDS, or they used to say people died of AIDS when it was cancer, because they were getting that confused as well. I don't know exactly
probably
which way it went, but they were
probably
getting it
AIDS getting
confused.
confused as cancer.
Right.
Because if you have never seen that movie that HBO did in the '90s called "And the Band Plays On," they
Mm-mm.
showed that in some one of the classes I was in school, like in high school. They played that, but it shows you how I have a story I can tell about the AIDS epidemic and my own self and my mother. I was in 1988 or 89, 1989. I had a surgery on my foot in the hospital at Grady Memorial. And during that time, they had a man in there. Now you can look this up. They were trying to cure him of AIDS. He had press conferences and stuff, like they had all them lights and microphones, all that stuff down there in the lobby. My mama was scared to death to let me go out of my room. So
Mm.
people didn't know how you caught it back then. They
Yeah.
didn't. They were so scared. Like it took people by storm. And then first it's a cancer, then it's a gay disease, then it's a this. You know what I'm saying? It's everything. They didn't know nothing about. Hey, they felt every person that was of heterosexual nature felt like they could not get the disease until they did. You know what I'm saying? So it's evolved into we don't know what the fuck it is,
Mm.
and that's crazy. But people were so scared back then that they wouldn't let you touch if you had like a sore or something, like if you looked like you had anything wrong with you, you could not
Yeah.
be around. Like they would outcast you, fire you, all kind of stuff.
Well, I think that's how Michael Magic Johnson ended up not playing because they were, the uniforms and stuff like that.
No, they was worried about him bleeding on them on the court or
No,
getting
that's what I'm
sweat on
saying,
them.
and on uniforms and stuff like that.
Yeah, he bless his heart. He ain't got it no more. I don't even, that's a whole other story for a whole other day. I don't even know. Apparently, you got money. You ain't got to worry about. Now he must have, set it aside, going to pay for that treatment, didn't he?
Your hatred for Shaunie is out of this world.
No, it's not. I would hate anybody that did something like that.
Your hatred for her is out of this world.
Mm-mm.
I thought you not liking the brat was something. You not liking Shaunie is a totally different level. You cuss all on that
This
stuff
has
you
been
got going.
episode 59.
But yeah, anyway, yeah, this is episode 59 in the books. The ops, we telling it all. This is your girl Spicy K.
The weirdo. And this is your girl TK.
And we out of
Peace.
here.